Hey there, Christopher Thunder here from the World's Dirtiest Workshop. I have the back of my fridge off here today, and I've got the wide video format out. I'm going to make this video a little bit longer. We got a lot of dust in here. I mean, crazy amounts of dust. This fridge has not been opened up in about 10 years, and this is to be expected. Well, whenever you're kind of messing around with the power off, okay, you want to make sure that you've protected your hands, because you don't know what kind of sharp edges you're going to encounter, and what that would do to you if should you prick your finger. Yeah, really, seriously, because there's all kinds of stuff crawling around in there, little living critters, that kind of thing, and you just want to protect yourself as best you can. So if you're going to work in here, do that. Now, the next thing here is you got a lot of dust, and you may not have the ability to reach that dust. You have little small gaps in here. Okay, see what's going on in here with a toothbrush? That's not the dust, that's me. There's a crazy amount of dust in here, and this is the exchanger. And if you want the exchanger to work, you have to be able to remove that dust. Yeah, this exchanger is going to work a lot better, and this is going to be a lot more efficient, and it's going to cost less money just to operate this thing. Okay, as simple as that. Now, I'm not going to do a perfect job of this. What I'm going to try and do is get the dust off of as much of the exchanger as possible and push that dust to the bottom of the fridge. Now, yeah, it's going to make a hell of a mess, and I'm probably going to get the industrial vacuum out here and just try and suck some of the crazier dust gorillas out of here. So I'll give you an example of a dust gorilla, if I can pull one out of there. There's a dust gorilla right there. Okay, not a dust bunny, but a dust gorilla, right? So you got dust gorillas in here. You got all kinds of things. You got bugs in here, little bits of stuff. You just want to try and clean out as much as you can without doing any damage. Now, let's move on to the next part of this. And that is, there's this assembly here, which is this, okay? It's this assembly here. And that assembly is this thing. And let's see, what would happen if I remove that upper screw? Let me see if I can hold that in place. I don't think it's going to fall. Nope, I don't think it's going to fall at all. Okay, so I've removed the mounting screws for that assembly, and I put them aside here. So this is what we're looking for. We're going to try and get that out of there. And what I'm going to do is just wiggle it. Okay, great. While you're moving stuff around, okay, you have to think about stuff like this. Okay, that line is kind of taped on there, and you just want to try and get that line off of there as best you can. Okay, that'll give you more room to work. I'm going to get that dust gorilla out of the way. Okay, it's like zoo management, getting the dust gorillas out of the way. Are there any other tubes that are kind of tucked in here that are going to create a problem? Are they mounted? Are they just jammed in there? It looks like they're just jammed in there. I got a drain line in the back. Okay, so it looks like there's some things going on here, but I should be able to work with this. This is supposed to be like that, and never really got that way. Okay, so I should be able to match this up, and all right, let's, wow, that is not an exact match. That is, upside down. Okay, that is an exact match. Okay, so it looks like I got the right part, and everything's facing in the right direction, and it looks like I've got the right number of hose ports. That's got to be right. That is going to be the right unit right there. Okay, so the colors seem to match up. So I got, this brown one here, this green one, or yellow one here, and this green one back here. that's an exact match. And we have the input port here for the water. So I can think about removing these hoses one at a time and get them attached to this, unplug the wires, plug in the new ones, slide the whole thing in, screw it back in, and it should be done. So that's pretty easy. That's job number one. Job number two is there's a small black box in this thing. It's some kind of a controlling device, and that might be over this way. So I got to look for it over there and see if I can find it. It's going to be two wires I have to cut and solder together. I don't see it behind here, so it's gotta be in here or over here. Okay, so I know what I want to replace and how I want to replace it, and then I got to test the water line to make sure I'm getting water into this port. If the water hose is crushed up in the attic somehow, you're never going to get water to this thing, and it's not going to work no matter how many times you replace this. So this is the control unit for the water dispensing system, which isn't working right now. I haven't determined yet whether it's the water coming in or if it's this unit, but it doesn't matter now. I have a new one. Now all I got to do is work out how to remove the hoses. The electrical is easy, and I just got to replace it and stick it back in. So I know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, what order I'm going to do it in, and then I know how I'm going to clean it up, right? So I've got my cleaning device here, and I know how that's going to work. And then I'm going to get the vacuum out here and suck up all the dust gorillas, and I'm going to put this thing back together, and it's going to run. So when you get into things like this, always have a plan to get this thing back up and running without an issue. Okay, yeah, stuff breaks. Like these hoses can get dry and they can snap on you. I should have a contingency plan for that, but I do not. I'm just going to be extra careful. If these ends are butchered up, I can slice off a new end, and I can reassemble the end pieces to make everything connect again. So it's not going to be that bad of a job. I know what I'm doing. I've watched enough YouTube videos, and I feel pretty confident that I'm going to get the job done. Oh, look at that. The controller that I'm looking for is right down that way. It's on the side of the compressor. So I found the little black box that I wanted to replace. Wow, isn't that great? So I think I figured it out. Thanks for watching. Bye.